Hello and welcome to the Global Earthquake Model Direct Observation Tools for Windows tutorial video. This open source application facilitates the collection of building information in the field, both pre and post earthquake disaster. The information that is captured will be used to update and improve the Global Earthquake Model Exposure and Consequences databases. To download or for more information about the application, please visit the Global Earthquake Model website. After you've installed the application, you'll need to create a new survey. Click the Create a New Survey button and then enter a file name. You'll then be asked to enter some metadata about the project. For example, your name, a survey title, the start date and a survey summary. Following this, you'll be asked to enter a projection for the project. In this case, my data is in British National Grid, so I'm selecting the British National Grid coordinate system. You can see that this is selected on the bottom of the map. I've then imported my data and then I can start using it. Now we have some base data. Adding an observation is relatively simple. Just click Add Point and click on the map. Then select some information that you want to record, for example, material type and structural irregularity. We can save records as favourites. This allows us to access the same information for multiple observations. We're now going to load that favourite and add lots of extra information on top of it. We load the favourite, we can change some of the values, and we can add extra information. We can look up some of the values and what they mean in the help, so we can click labels, or we can select a value from a drop-down list and click the help button. This helps the users understand what some of the values might mean. We're now going to record some information on the occupancy, the date of construction, the consequences and exposure, and finally we're going to add a photograph. Most digital cameras will display the frame number when you've taken a photograph. Enter this frame number into this dialog box and this will help us to link onto the photo at a later date. Querying and editing an observation is easy. Just select Query Point and select an observation. We can then change and modify the data. For example, here we're adding a photograph onto an existing record. We can then show that photograph. You can also add multiple photos and sketches to an observation. Select the Photos and Media tab and then just add records to the table. Remember to add a frame number to the photographs so these can be linked easily at a later stage. If you want to add a sketch, select Sketch from the drop-down box. Clicking Add Media on a sketch record brings up the sketch window and allows you to make sketches of your observation. At the end of your survey, it's more than likely that you'll have lots of photos and media that you want to link onto your survey. So first of all, click the Data Management tool on the menu. Then click the Photo and Media Management button. This brings up a window showing all the photos and media that you've collected in your project. You can filter where there's no media linked onto your project. You can then auto-link and select a folder. If you have files with the same media number in the file name, these will automatically be linked. You can then query a point and you can prove that this has worked. To delete an observation, use the Query Point tool, select on the observation, and then click the Delete button. To move points, you need to enable a plugin. Go to the plugin menu and click Shapefile Editor. You need to select the Gem Observations layer and then look for the Move Vertex tool. Select the point and drag it to its new location. After you finish your survey, you can export the results to Google Earth. Click the Data Management tool and Export to Google Earth file. Specify a file name and click Export. Check to see if the results are OK by opening the file in Google Earth. You can also export the results to shapefile. Click the Data Management tool and Export to Shapefile. Specify the location for your export and it creates shapefiles for you. You can also export to a CSV file. And you can see that the output has been successful. You can also output the information to a zip package. This packages up the GEM database, the GEM project file, and all of the images associated with the project. If you're working in a team, it's more than likely that you'll want to merge several databases together. Select the databases, select the output GEM database, and then select the project file that you want to be the master. The master project file is used to create the new project file for the merge and includes all the layers and information that was selected in that project file. Here is the merged result. It contains all the points from all the projects. There are some advanced data management tools that are provided with the tool. These allow you to open the database up in its native format. You can see there's lots of dictionaries constraining the database, and you can see the result of all the objects that are collected in the GEM object table. It is not really advisable to change information in here, but it's a useful debugging tool. If you have particular survey requirements, you could change and modify some of the values that are listed here and restrict what the user can collect. You can also load a database from the Android system. Here we have the GEM database and some photographs associated with the database. As you can see, there's no project file. So all we need to do is create a new project file, specify the exact same name as the database, leave off the extension, and just click Save. This loads the observations and the information within the Android survey. We now need to specify the projection of which the project file will now take. Here we're selecting British National Grid, and we're going to load in some aerial photography. We now need to reopen the project, save, then reopen, to ensure the points are loaded in the correct place. And here are all the points collected in the Android system. To download or for more information about the application, please visit the Global Earthquake Model website.